Society before the gender and development. Gender stereotypes are generalizations about the roles of each gender. Gender roles are generally neither positive nor negative. They are simply inaccurate generalizations of the male and female attributes. Since each person has individual desires, thoughts, and feelings, regardless of their gender, these stereotypes are incredibly simplistic and do not at all describe the attributes of every person of each gender.
Gender empowerment is the empowerment of people of any gender, while conventionally the aspect of it is mentioned for empowerment of women. The concept stresses the distinction between biological sex and gender as a role, also referring to other marginalized genders, the insignificant or powerless in a particular political or social context. And do you know that one of the goals of SDG, which means Sustainable Development Goals of UNESCO, is to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls. According to them, gender equality is not only a fundamental human right, but a necessary foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. In 1995, Philippine Plan for Gender and Development is a national plan that addresses, provides, and pursues full equality and development for men and women. Former President Fidel V. Ramos approved and adopted on the 8th day of September 1995. 3 years after, DENR Administrative on 27th day of May 1998 revised guidelines and the implementation of gender and development activities in the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, which is DENR, in order to strengthen the DENR GOD focal point system and accomplishing the GOD vision, partnership of empowered men and women for sustainable development. Also, have you heard about the Senate Committee on Women, Children, Family Relations, and Gender Equality passed on Tuesday, 6th day of December 2022. The bill seeking to penalize discrimination against people on their sexual orientation, gender identity and expression, and sex characteristics. The committee chair, Senator Risa Hontiveros, announced, "Yes, you heard it right. This is one of the best steps that can all people to practice, and that is being good and spreading kindness."
Causes of gender inequality. One of the most causes of gender inequality is uneven access to education. According to Philippine Statistic Authority, the autonomous region in Muslim Mindanao, which located in western part of Mindanao, had the lowest literacy rate of 80.3% in the Philippines because of lack of school facilities and attention of our government. Job segregation. One of the causes for gender inequality within employment is the division of jobs. In most societies, there's an inherent belief that men are simply better equipped to handle certain jobs. Most of the time, those are the jobs that pay the best. This discrimination results in lower income for women. Women also take on the primary responsibility for unpaid labor, so even as they participate in the paid workforce, they have extra work that never gets recognized financially. Lack of legal protections. According to research from the World Bank, over 1 billion women don't have legal protection against domestic sexual violence or domestic economic violence. Both have a significant impact on women's ability to thrive and live in freedom. In many countries, there's also lack of legal protection against harassment in the workplace, at school, and in public. These places become unsafe, and without protection, women frequently have to make decisions that compromise and limit their goals. Racism. It would be impossible to talk about gender inequality without talking about racism. It affects what jobs women of color are able to get and how much they're paid, as well as how they are viewed by legal and healthcare systems. Gender inequality and racism has been closely linked for a long time. We all know that not everyone believes in women's strength and intelligence, not because of their color or not just because of their physical appearance. It is because in a false knowledge that men is stronger than women.
Men and women have their own rights but not being prioritized. In today's generation, discriminations are all around as part of an individual's life. Since childhood, discrimination starts. According to the website of Save the Children organization, around the world, most of the people are being affected by discriminations, especially in women. Discriminations may look simple and easy to say towards another person, but its effect has a great reaction to that person, emotionally and mentally. Such as the norms in every family household. Usually women are understood to be the household carrier, where chores are left to them. Same as to men, they are encouraged to attend school and be prepared to work and provide for the family. Norms can be known as one of the branches of discrimination, and we cannot stop it. You cannot handle every household on their way of implementing equality on the people inside it. But as an individual who is concerned about the equality that every gender should have, we can encourage everyone to look on the effect of giving men and women the opportunity to speak for what they want, and start to give the courage to speak for themselves and do what they want, and be an example to conquer their difficulties into great opportunities.
Opportunities that lessen the problem in gender empowerment in our society. Justice, having a law that protects women from being abused and raped, is the best assurance to make feel safe all women living in this world. Imagine waking up every day and overthinking that no one can hear you scream in unexpected abuse experience that you will keep inside of your vein, and you can't do anything to break that scream in silence. Education. Would the equal education for all gender that has been offered since the American homicides, which was denied to have for women during the Spanish era. Not all people see how intelligent women are, how passionate in education we are, and how helpful in our economy that women are. Human rights is women's rights too. Our country, the Philippines, still has room for improvement in addressing issues concerning women. It is by far a great place to become a woman. Impact of gender empowerment. Wasting opportunities. It's scary to look in the eyes of a person who lost their dream and seeing how not good some governments and other countries to develop the equality for women and any gender. Abuse. Everyone hates this word. We can fix the glass the way it was when we broke it. All we can do is to move forward from that broken glass and heal from the trauma, madness, and darkness that we live. So don't you dare betray yourself. Killing. Stop making people uncomfortable, because that move is trying to kill the happy, proud, and kind soul person. And that's what we call killing the old me, because everyone is trying their best to heal from the things that they don't discuss.
How are we going to be able to get many more men into conversations about the violence and sexism against women? There is no plan to encourage men to get into conversations about the violence and sexism against women. But there is an action that we can make them to get into, in a simple thing, or showing or giving normalization into small actions like house chores or dividing housework equally at home. In that basic enactment can have an enormous potential for change, to have access to the opportunities for women to be heard, to respect, to see, and to give what they deserve, that they are strong to, in mentally, physically, and emotionally. And by opening the door, we will be able to give a warm welcome to reconnect with men, that we are valid, and we understand if sometimes they get defeated in life, because that means you are strong, that you never live in a battle without a fight, like in what people see in men.